Well, good morning again, Insomniacs. This is the Shapeshifting Detective. I had a poll on Twitter earlier, and this one, so we're going to go for it. I was a little hesitant to do this one, to be honest with you. Not sure why. I think I was just more interested in Bloodshore. I was really interested in seeing that one go, but this one should be okay. He said with no enthusiasm. So here we go.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Ooh, crossover.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Very, very sad. Very sad indeed.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Mr. Anderson. Trash can?
You know why you're here, don't you?
I'm in trouble again. No.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Sure.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
I'm sorry, I just can't take you in that hat seriously.
Understood? Splendid.
Yeah, I got it. Was that rhetorical?
If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
So the trash can is just to say nothing, I take it. Is that what I look like, an amorphous cloud?
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
The murder?
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Chief?
Chief
McLeod?
DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
I'm just looking for my room.
Yeah. It's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn, pleased to meet you. I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Maybe later.
That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
She's in contradiction.
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
I thought maybe a weapon of combat, but then if I look at it more closely, I would say a mirror, a handheld mirror.
You're right. Well done, Monroe.
Wow.
But it's not just a mirror. It's something you might do your makeup in or check your hairstyle. By the way, you have impeccable hairstyle today.
Thank you very much,
as usual. It's a reflecting mirror, but it was used for teleportation. Allegedly, you could look in the mirror, close your eyes, think of being somewhere else, and you're there.
Should we try it now?
No, I've tried it. It doesn't work for me.
Sorry, Ian, what are you talking about? You're trying to get my attention. You've got it. What are you trying to say here? Tread carefully. I'm very quick with a banhammer. Okay, just be careful, alright? I'm listening to Poe and Monroe.
Oh.
Maybe it works for you. You try it.
Okay, so I'm just going to imagine somewhere else. And...
She's gone, listeners. It's amazing. No, she hasn't.
We're only joking.
She's still here. Yeah, she's still here. I can't do this show without her.
And I can't do it without you, Poe.
Oh, that's so nice. Poe's Curiosity Shop is now closed. Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Oh no, you just closed it. Turn it off. Go to my room. Another spooky hotel. Again, nice and spacious. Shifting locked. So I guess I just put my bags down. We're going to leave and see the chief, who I understand is from Contradiction, is Inspector Jenks. Oh, I thought that the chief isn't here. Okay, so hail a cab. Visit chief. Okay, I got it.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont.
You're Jenks.
I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Yes, I'm ... Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Dorota Shaw? What kind of name is that?
Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered.
I'm keeping up.
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs.
It's all a bit of a contradiction, wouldn't you say?
I'd been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Nope.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, and I'll help you.
Where's my badge and gun? Help me out.
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
Problem?
Monroe Town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Asking the chief if he has an alibi? Blah.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Trashing that one. What do you think about the tarot readers?
They're as thick as thieves, covering for each other. Well, except the male one. You'll see what I mean.
Important Jenks lore. He likes Bon Jovi. Is Bronwyn prime suspect? No, I'm not asking that. Where was Dorota killed?
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Nothing.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
What do we know? Oh, no. I'll ask, okay.
Obviously. Anyone who walks in, predicts a murder, then that murder happens? Suspicious.
Suspicious was actually the original title for Contradictions. Okay. Who do we want to visit first? See, I don't know any of these people. Want to visit Bronwyn first? Let's visit Lexi. She sounds perky.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Did you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
How did you know she was going to die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The happy squirrel. The devil?
Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil worshipper.
So what is the most dangerous tarot card?
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
How well did you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
She's not gonna react to that question.
You know the Chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
That won't work on me.
Ah, that's mean. She didn't do it anyway. Chief DuPont's crazy.
Let's see. Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards in Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
You do whatever the cards tell you? Yeah, this is all, personal aside. Tarot to me is a bunch of crap, so...
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
A job?
I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We make a, cheese obelisk. A chop. And depending on the shape of that chop, we get different answers to questions.
I know you're lying. Brilliant.
No, you don't.
Oh.
Painting our nails.
That was weird. That skipped for me. I don't know about you. I mean, well, obviously it skipped for you. But yeah, that was weird. Can I see can you prove it?
You can ask Bronwyn. We were together.
Alibi.
Not together. That sounded kinkier than I meant it to.
Okay, so if I want to shift shapes, I go to my room, I presume? Because we can check on the alibi now if this is probably our first test of the
Find somewhere
shapeshifting.
safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Violet, Lexi. See if we can shapeshift to Lexi and talk to Bronwyn.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Why would I ever visit them as Jenks? I don't understand. That's a weird persona to shift into. Except I guess they might react differently if it's an actual cop. I don't know what they think I am, a private investigator. So let's leave. Actually, no, let's go to the... I was going to turn the radio back on. Damn it.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Violet. I didn't see her last night, did you?
You think she's the murderer? Did Violet know Dorota?
I have no idea. They're both redheads. Maybe August has a club?
Club Ginger? I don't think so. Okay. Tune radio. I'm guessing the radio has important things to say between scenes here.
Ed listened intently. The whispers had stopped. All he heard now was the soft, familiar buzzing of a ceiling lamp. Dimitri wondered how the light could be on if his room was still shrouded in darkness. He rubbed the heels of his hands against his eyes, trying hopelessly to rub the blackness out of them. His befuddlement slowly turned to horror as he came to the terrifying realization that he had gone blind. Panicking, Dimitri stumbled out of bed, felt his bare feet touch the cold floor, and quickly, but carefully, made his way to the door.
See,
He searched for the handle, opened the door, and stumbled into the...
I predict if I visit... See, I need to get information as Sam before I start shape-shifting into other people, just because I predict I won't have much to ask them about. So I predict if I go see somebody else that I don't know, that, like, Rain, I just won't have any
Help!
topics.
He stammered. Somebody help!
Something's weird, isn't it?
Oh my god, your haircut.
Everyone seems strange today.
How are you?
How are you? Okay, that's a basic question. We'll go with it.
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Please help me! The breathing suddenly stopped.
Let's return to Sam. Sit on a paint mixer for a bit.
But compelled by curiosity, he approached the source of the sound. He reached out his hand, but no one was there. Dimitri was both perplexed and overcome by a frightful panic. He felt like he was going mad. Nothing made sense. He just wanted to leave this nightmare and go home. But home was a million miles away. He knew he was alone here, and no one would be coming to help him. It was then he heard the voices again whispering to him. As the murmurs grew louder, Dimitri was almost able to make out individual words in a language wholly unknown to him, or any other man. Its harsh consonants and unearthly vowels chilled him to the bone.
Okay, I don't think this radio is going to be relevant to anything, so I'm just going to skip past it.
Dimitri...
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already?
Did you know Dorota?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
So Dorota was nice? It's not suspicious of you to say at all.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Yes, go details, please.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Where do I find him?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Yeah, you called her slutty and easily slaughtered. That's quite the combination. Who would you have to guess?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Why?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
Hobos?
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
What were you doing last night?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
That's your best alibi? You don't remember what you were doing last night? Have you ever been to Dorota's house?
No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking.
Frantically pointed at the notes Dr. Utani was holding. Are you saying you've seen what exactly? The future? Dr. Whitfield asked. He sounded incredulous. Dimitri's shoulders slumped as his gaze dropped to the floor. Yes, I think so. There was a long silence, and he didn't dare guess what the others thought of him. Well, if you saw the future, what happens next? Dr. Remington asked with some trepidation. Dimitri tried to find the words.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
What do you know about Dorota?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
A bit slutty for my taste, though. Who's the next victim? That's a weird question to ask. But fair.
No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there. Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
Might as well believe in shapeshifters if I believe.
Oh, there's more than just one form of possession, Sam. It's just a blanket term. We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
Okay. What did it say?
You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
The cards told you all that. Tell me about this special tarot deck.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
I don't care.
Okay, fine. Your lack of interest is unbearable. Those cards have the real power, though. We just interpret it.
Yeah, what were you doing last night, pal?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
What do you believe in?
I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so... it's a conundrum.
Again, a contradiction, if you will.
Now closed. Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Oh, we'll
Sam,
visit Bronwyn.
Is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading. Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
How well did you know her?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
Where are you from, Braun?
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
Hair is a mess, though. Wow.
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Can't you ask who the killer is? Yeah.
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
And they don't want you to know who the... Ugh, I hate these tarot readers.
In my room, reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Saved you?
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
You think Violet is trashy?
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Why do you have 2 beds?
Her face in front of me. It took a lot of effort with the butter knife, alternately plunging and trying to saw.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I always go to paranormal podcasts for my weather reports. Keep investigating, next chapter. I could check out that alibi that Bronwyn mentioned. I don't really want to, though. That seems like something that's doesn't even... Either she'll say she did it or she doesn't remember, and either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's see, next chapter, I guess.
Chinese dragon?
Not quite a dragon.
Or a lion with wings?
You're right.
A winged lion?
Lion dog, actually.
Oh, right.
Who do I visit Oscar as? Probably just myself.
You were right about Asian. A Chinese bronze lion dog statue.
With wings.
With wings. One of a pair originally donated to August's public library by Lord Worthing, but later sold to Ray.
Who are you?
I'm a shape-shifting detective. I mean, no!
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Did you see Dorota yesterday?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
Where were you at
Playing
9?
football. It was just 5 aside. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
What can you tell me about Dorota's parents?
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
How long were you dating Dorota? And why do you fidget so much?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
Any idea who would do this to her?
No, no one. She was really popular.
She's dead. Wrapped in plastic. Is it possible the killer was hiding in Dorota's room? I mean, yeah, I guess it's possible.
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Have you hidden in there before? It must be a big closet.
Yeah, it's big enough for two people to have sex in. On all fours.
I'm gonna let that one drop. What was in the closet?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Huh.
Skull, blood, and feathers on the ground. It was kinder that way. The kitchen was quiet. The small, heaped body on the mat by the cat flap didn't seem to be moving. These were all good signs. White fur. What is that? A rat?
Let me think. Okay, so we have a clue about a wedding dress in a closet. That's pretty much all we have. It wouldn't make any sense to visit him as anyone else. Certainly not the tarot readers, because they'd have no reason to visit. Let's see. Let's see. Let's talk to the chief.
No, not a rat. A cat. Smaller than a cat. A kitten.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Oscar was playing football last night.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
Ooh. Director told him, fidget with this pen and look really fascinated by it.
With the side of his finger. Don't move, okay? Just don't try to move. But the kitten wouldn't stop struggling, suffering. Ivan clinched the towel, then draped it over the kitten's head. He stood.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
It'll run out, you say? I'm interested between the relationship between Violet and the Chief. So this is actually a reason I would want to shapeshift into the Chief to talk to Violet. Because he's every time I ask about her, he's like, yes, you just let me handle that. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. So I'm thinking shapeshift into the Chief? Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Started to dry. Finally, he shifted onto his knees.
Why is Sam still questioning me? Do I need to bring up Mr. Hedges again?
Are you threatening me?
Excuse me? Of course not. We just agreed that with the meds I'm on, stuff like this might get out. Remember?
Nola was awake. Not even she could sleep through Uni's wake-up calls.
Okay, that was a bust. Return to Sam, I guess. I hate to waste another shapeshift, but I just don't see a reason to be any of these people right now. I just need to ask them about the wedding dress, I guess. Well, somehow, I don't know.
That Ivan would have remembered. He lay down and
Why would someone kill Dorota?
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
I don't know. Maybe she had an OnlyFans. It's not my business. It's not yours either.
Ask Zak Weston. He took them.
Yeah, tell me about that. Feet.
Zak's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
Do you know where he is?
At Weston's Photographic, off the high road. It's late, but he's always there.
How do you know that?
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
And yet you don't remember what you were doing last night. Violet is sus as hell, man.
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
You know about me? Different faces?
The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
Right. I'm gonna head out before you take a chainsaw to my face.
Well, I wish I hadn't seen this.
Poe's curiosity shop is now closed.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Well, I can't visit Zak.
Mother, read by Brandy Clark. After Mother died, Penn started putting on weight. The pace.
That's weird. She told me where I could find Zak, and now I can't go there.
Roll of fat that bulged.
Hi Sam, back from more already?
Bronwyn says she was in her room last night, not yours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All these rooms look the same. Sorry.
Where were you really?
I was in Bron's room. Ask her.
Did you know Dorota's boyfriend?
No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
When? Actually, what for?
You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say.
Slice of bread. I wouldn't if I were you. If Penn even thought about opening the fridge. Then it had been easy to stay thin. Now, without.
But Lexi said she was in her room last night, not yours.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Tell me the truth.
Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down our necks, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true.
Why'd you lie?
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
about Rain?
Rain's a big boy, he can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
Did you know the boyfriend?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
Did he tell you anything about Dorota?
He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said.
You can tell me.
Oh, Sam. You know I can't do that. Tarot reader client confidentiality.
That's not a thing.
Or fail anymore. She just had to do as she was told, like the good girl she always was.
Sam, what can I do for you?
Lexi mentioned you're here to do a job. Where were you before August?
We're trying to save people.
It's not working. That's not a wise thing to say. Excuse me. Woo. Excuse me. How'd you get Dorota's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
So the tarot didn't tell you?
It kinda did. It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards. But considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise.
Plus, it's not exactly the most common name.
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Yeah, tell me more about the Ouija board.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota. Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
Time travel?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Let's change the subject.
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travelers is... Let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Yeah, wait. Okay.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
When he and the other scientists first arrived here, their excitement had been almost unbearable. But that...
Okay, so now I can change into... The thing is, I might get caught if I do this, because he just said he's going to ask her, so he might actually show up to her room. I'm thinking I turn into
initial
Sam,
spark of
or I turn into Rain, and talk to Bronwyn about it. This could get me caught here. Yeah, if the game's coded like that, it would actually be impressive. I wonder if I do get caught if I try this. I'm really torn because this could easily get me caught. What do I do? Let's do it.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Its edges were most unusual in that they were astonishingly smooth.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's not a normal human murder?
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveler.
Like, a traveller from where? Like in Birmingham?
Yeah, like in Birmingham. That's a good question.
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
Much to Dimitri's growing frustration.
Okay, I didn't get caught, but that didn't really tell me much. Should I visit anyone else in this disguise? I guess I return to Sam. I hate to use another shapeshift, but...
Then, again without thinking, added,
Tell me about the Ouija board.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy.
What metaphysical things?
Tarot cards, runes, Ouija boards. They're just devices for asking questions and receiving answers. But energy is what powers them.
Yeah, you and your Scooby gang are running around fighting crime.
too drained to argue. Well, Dr. Whitfield conceded with a sigh, if you're really that sure about it. The others offered no protest. All right, Dr. Sheffield, you...
Who's Mr. Hedges? Ooh. That's a direct question.
Violet told you about Mr. Hedges?
Yes.
Mr. Hedges was one of August's homeless. Actually, probably our only homeless person. We're pretty well off here.
Is that his actual name?
No, we called him Mr. Hedges because, well, that's where we found him.
What happened?
I asked Violet to put him up one night, and of all the nights he could have died, he croaked it at the guest house.
And then you buried him?
No, of course not. That's what Violet thinks, but I just drove him off to the morgue and had him processed. Don't tell Violet that, though. We need her on our side.
Yeah, I don't think Jenks did it, but, yeah. Bronwyn and Lexi are lying about their alibis.
Figures. Got any proof?
Yeah, I've got enough.
Good work, Sam. I'm impressed. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pulled the name Zak Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? Well, I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Just more smooth black surfaces.
I can't visit the fucking photographer.
Hold on. There's some scratches here. Did I do that just now? No, they're not scratches. It appears to be some sort of writing. Filled there with this. I'll be sure to get some pictures for you.
Why did you lie?
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
That depends. Yeah.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was, though. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Tell me about the Traveler.
Traveller? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
It is! She's 10 times hotter in my book now. Rain told me all about it, and I'm not bluffing.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Feels good.
Cheeky? Are you flirting with me?
Maybe. No.
God, I'm such a bad judge of character. Just ignore me.
That would be very unprofessional of me as a shape-shifting detective.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device? Want to know how it works?
Well, a bunch of people get together and pretend like something's moving the board, little thing around the board, but let's hear it.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Go on.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Shockingly, yes. Yes, but I'm wishing I wasn't. I'm hooked on everything.
Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
So reverse light speed is your excuse. That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. You just don't understand.
Reverse light speed. In this dimension, in this pocket reality, localized in this very room. May I see it?
The one word repeated over and over. Thanks to some earlier linguistic discoveries made at other lunar sites, Dr. Yutani was able to create a rough translation of the word, or rather something that approximated its meaning. Punish.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody.
I see colors,
Miss Shaw
man.
was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Next chapter.
Dimitri stumbled out of bed, felt his bare feet touch the cold floor, and quickly, but carefully, made his way to the door. He searched for the handle, opened the door, and stumbled into the
We gotta talk to this Zak guy.
hallway.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Are you Zak Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
I'm working with Chief DuPont.
I already told the police she did all those things of her own accord. I didn't force her to do anything.
Dorota Shaw?
Oh! Dorota Shaw. Sorry. I'm afraid I didn't know her that well.
You lie!
For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Did she come to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time you met Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Let me just get my firearms here.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on.
Naughty.
Do you see what I see?
What do you see?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
You're filing those away for your spank bank later, aren't you? Did you take any other pictures of Dorota?
What do you mean?
I'm talking the naughty kind. You know what I mean.
I don't think I like what you're implying, Detective. Is that all?
I blew it. I should have said Violet told me. I blew it.
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
How well?
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
So yeah, plain English, you're banging her, huh?
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Can anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
Punishment for the wicked or curious, Dimitri said, his eyes wide with fear. Dr. Remington looked at the others in confusion, then at Dimitri. How did you know? Dimitri snapped back to reality. We've had this conversation before. Is it possible you're having deja vu? Asked Dr. Remington. No, Dimitri replied. I'm sure.
Okay, we gotta shapeshift again, so what do we want to do? We gotta nail Violet down on something here. You gonna visit Zak as Violet, or visit Violet as Zak? Zak as Violet, you think? I'm thinking. I'm considering it. Yeah, I'm thinking you're right. We should visit the photographer as Violet because it wouldn't make much sense for him to leave the studio. Why would he come to visit the hotel?
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Death, surrounded by darkness, trapped in an alien place. Chills ran down his spine. He lay himself on bed.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
I came over last night, but you weren't here. Did you hear about Dorota? I came over last night, but you weren't here.
I don't like that bluff. I'm gonna say, do you hear about Dorota?
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping with her?
Local celebrity.
Local celebrity?
Famous for being murdered? That's how she'll be remembered anyway.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
It's the only thing I can do is bluff the... I'm gonna do it. It's not him, you said? I don't know. I'm sorry I'm stalling on this one, but this one could get me caught.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Very good question. I can answer that for you. It's a porcelain figure, ancient Chinese, seated and howling.
Oh.
It's called the Screaming Monk. Legend has it that this monk, called Busan, accidentally glimpsed Queen...
Let's turn into Zak. We'll try visiting Violet.
I'm Zak Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
As I can tell, I have the only one.
Well, I wish I hadn't.
Zak! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Is that
why
I
you
would
killed her? People like what?
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Why don't you want anyone to see? Are you happy, Dorota? Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
Stay quiet.
No funny business. I'm still not ready.
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
Ah.
She didn't throw herself at me.
Why do you think that?
Why do you think that?
Yeah.
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You saw the photos?
I've seen all your photos, Zak. All of them.
There you go.
Green. And she said that I was a caterpillar, slowly nibbling on a pair of purple curtains in my bedroom.
Shall we return to Sam then? Yeah, I think so. I think we got everything we need from Zak here. Now, What do we do about what we know here? We got, we go back to Zak, you think?
You know what? You are so close, Poe. So, Helen, firstly, thank you very much for writing in and speaking to us. I would like to just say to you that what I think is that you want to reveal something private about your life.
Oh, we got nothing to say to him.
Because the skin shedding relates to personal transformation.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I was close, but your explanation is so much nicer.
Thank you for your dreams.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Okay, Monroe, here's the object.
I don't know who else to see here, except the chief. I wanted to ask Zak about the photos, but we can't talk to him about it. There's nothing to talk to anyone else about.
For today.
It's definitely...
If you have anything else on Zak Weston, let me know.
Zak was in his studio last night.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
Motive?
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
Have you seen this?
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
Maybe they were for Oscar? I don't think so. Maybe they're for someone else.
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
The sprinklers hiss down. I crawl out of Jimmy's.
Do you know Zak Weston?
No? Who's that?
He took photos of Dorota.
Okay, so this Zak guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
Why would you think that? I don't know.
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I'd want you to tell me.
Of course.
Thanks, Sam. Don't let me mourn if I shouldn't.
Did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
Her what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
Can I see them? He's gonna say no, but...
Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
Don't make me get a search warrant, Oscar.
Acts like paper dolls. There's no way I'm dying like that. No way. If 8 bullets can't stop her, I'll eat the 9th.
I want to ask him about the photos.
Bullshit. Sent down to the vault for further military evaluation, like the rest of Thacker's creations. She had already been here once. It was just a matter of time until she returned. Safety ensuring it's off. As I reach the steel wall, the garage plunges into total darkness. The sirens wheeze to a halt before my eyes can adjust. The emergency lighting kicks in. How the hell she managed that?
Yeah, I might as well see Zak as Oscar. And try to bluff my way past it. Like, I know about you and my girlfriend.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
I was thinking the same thing.
Third misses. She vaults from the puddle at the base of the ramp, her hospital gown smell. It's a square in the chest.
Oh!
I put another there, and another. The 7th slows her approach to a stagger. The 8th forces her to her knees, just a few feet down slope.
I got shut down there.
She raises her head and howls. Eyes locked, I put that ninth bullet straight through her skull. Spray. Concrete slope.
This was a bad
My legs
idea.
fail, and I slip.
Oscar Zak probably won't work. You're right. Let's try it.
I'm Zak Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Had a hallucinatory quality. Dimly lit in blue that spanned the wall were many distant pinpricks of white, the lights of the city. It was cold. The room gave the impression of a fish tank, with twilight blue through the long windows and the bag lady floating of unseen water. The bag lady changed form, not just...
I don't know what to do. I'm stuck.
The head was a monstrous mouth of a teeth too impossibly large to fit in the room, and yet there it was, until it wasn't. Altering its form like camouflage, playing with the images and thoughts all called from its victims. There it floated.
Zak, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
A cold gaze grasped at my back. The air...
I could become rain. I can't become Bronwyn, strangely enough.
Circular maw, closing down like a spiked coffin. And an alternative wouldn't eat me, at least for now. It needs...
Starting to spin my wheels here.
I'm Rain.
For its disguise to float, since human beings don't float.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay. No, thanks.
Don't be like that. I'm not the bad guy here, you'll see. Maybe some other time then.
Not decomposing flesh, but decomposing reality. A twisted amalgam of fears and haunting memories. A corporeal phantasm of nightmares, fraying at the edges. The bag lady. The capacity to understand human perception, the entity was blind to the weakness of its present disguise, but had other uses for me.
I'm gonna return to Sam.
Lady gapped its bile-stained mouth over my own and
Oh, you look shaken, dude. Do you know Zak Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota.
What about her?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Zak's trying to hide something he said to you yesterday.
I bet he is. It was that thing I told you about Dorota. I mean, I didn't know it was her then. He wanted to show me these explicit photos of her, but I refused. And that's when he told me about her being alone on Mondays. I wonder who else he told that to.
So, Birmingham.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Do tell why.
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
They come from other worlds. Why demons?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons.
Travelers can inhabit us?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that.
I don't think it
They
is.
choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
I'll let him dig his own grave on this one.
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So you think the murderer is a traveler?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Street or the shelters, a building with a vacant penthouse.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
The penthouse layer. To the room, bathe.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Inside for those who keep finding their way. Like a...
Let's talk about Zak again.
Do we really have to?
He says you're sleeping together.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
What does he say?
He says he loves me, that I'm the only one for him. But he doesn't look at me in the same way he looks at his photographs. I can see it. He hungers for a younger, filthier version of me. can't be someone else.
So you have seen these pictures?
Yes. He likes showing them to me. It's obviously not something I want to talk about. They're his sex slaves.
Maybe the women do it for themselves?
I'd like to think that. I know who Zak does it for.
Play with us, Danny. Play with us forever.
Well, Poe, if I'm honest, you are quite right that the situation is related to painful.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Ooh, that joke landed with an audible thud.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
It's a Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
Don't!
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
Zing!
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder.
You say this every time we play Uno.
And now we have a name. Alice Monroe.
Made was that it might be people hugging, but apparently most people think it shows an erotic scene. This is one of many painted leaden plates from the Khazars, and as such, it's over 1,000 years old. And it's.
Hey!
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
Put her in protective custody. Did you know Dorota?
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks.
Why do you lie? Why do you fill my office with lies?
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
Yeah?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me.
Aha!
I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
Do you know Dorota had a boyfriend?
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't She didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Like what?
I said some guys like to watch. So tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Yeah, we think the murderer watched her in the same way.
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Oscar's got a pretty airtight alibi.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
Know why Dorota owns a wedding dress? Monroe couldn't be the killer.
It was her mom's. She was saving in case she ever got married. This is just between us, right?
Right.
We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
Fooled around? I hate to ask for details, but this is a police investigation.
I'm not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other. Multiple times.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to take a minute for that one there. Filed that one away. You know
Not
Zak
very
Weston?
well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
What do you think of him?
He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on. I always say no.
Any idea who might want to hurt you?
No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
It means you hit a deep sleep phase.
REM sleep. So, you don't think dreams mean anything?
I think they mean
Everyone
you were
has
sleepy.
meaningful dreams, Sam. Everyone.
What do you want me to do?
Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Where do I find
He's
him?
on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Where were you last night?
On air. We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Sam, you forgot your phone.
Different enough to work this time. The virus ready to spread. The blood stained the porcelain and he relished.
Did you know Alice Monroe?
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
you met her?
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing.
Anything else?
No, she is my type though. Type of model. I'll ask her about the boudoir shoot again.
Told her tragic story, painted the town red with her hair and her blood,
Ooh, Oscar's not at home.
Of the audience, fed the other demons, gave them a bigger home, a louder voice, and let them spread. A boy this time, good.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name?
I'm the boogeyman.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Yes.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Sophia mentioned aliens. We're not going to bring up the aliens.
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
Each other after the first domino was knocked to the dirt. The next was another boy, slight for his age, light enough to not snap the tree branch or his trachea. The note they found in his room led them down the street, past the bridge, past the empty house, to the forest. He was long dead when they found him.
You know Zak Weston?
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Yes.
Chariot. Is Zak a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
Rain said you knew about rights.
A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it?
Why were there 3 victims before?
3 is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel.
Dorota had a coin in her mouth, part of her right? I don't think she did it, so, I don't see any need to keep this a secret.
Was it a gold coin? That's more of a serial killer thing than a possessed by a traveler thing. It's a bit showy, but well, there's no guarantees. I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help them.
What's the connection between Ellis and Dorota?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
They're both redheads.
Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead. Yes, of course, anything.
Keep an eye on Violet.
Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you?
That's what I need to know.
Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
I feel better already.
From the stumbling push, and there was a long expanse of the room.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
You really want to help?
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do.
Ooh, I don't like that one at all. Find out what you can from Zak Weston. Oh, I don't like that. That's gonna get her killed. No, I don't like that. Find out what you get from the Ouija board.
You got it. Me and the spirit world are gonna have a serious chat. I'll get back to you when I find something.
And an alternative to death was offered.
Yes, I met her at the radio station.
Why were you at the radio station?
I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free.
Tell me more about Birmingham, because I gotta know how this ends.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
What happened to Yuri?
The butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveler.
In an empty penthouse lair, and the entity had devoured her and taken her form with a horrifying loss of fidelity. The disguise was decomposed.
Forget the aliens.
A twisted amalgam of fears.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Do you think Violet's possessed by aliens? Ooh, that's interesting. I could become Monroe and talk to Zak. Read your fake board. Oh, yeah, Violet. Or Lexi, yeah. I just don't know. What do you guys think?
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Be told as people strolled past on the sidewalk. Not this one, the worm had to be told when talking with coworkers.
Can't talk to Violet.
I looked into the eyes of the people I spoke with, and they looked into mine. And the worm looked at us both, increasingly impatient. And maybe
Ooh, can't visit Zak.
sense something was wrong. just behind my eyes. But they didn't comprehend the true horror.
Nah, this was a bad
The
idea.
bag lady was getting hungry. Change, a homeless man said. He wore torn clothes, smelled of urine. The worm probed, and the worm did not. Not this one. What's special about this one? The answer was nothing, which may have been precisely the point.
Okay, that was a bust.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Here, the worm insisted that the bag lady was waiting.
Our job is so stressful.
Tell me about it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why do we do it?
For me, it's a common decency thing. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Did you know the Earth was overrun by trans-dimensional evil? Want to help fix it? Sure.
Trans-dimensional?
I'll read the manual, Lex. People are afraid of ghosts, zombies, and aliens. They never even think to consider the possibility that there are millions of universes, potentially with millions of predators, all far more evolved than we are. What are our chances of victory? Minuscule. But if we don't fight at all, 0.
Unsadded, while I watched from the crack of the closet. I always watch from it.
Lexicorn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean the walls are thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
What did you hear?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Why not? Why not?
I'm gonna stick around until you're sick of the sight of me, alright? I'm not in any danger. Ellis is in danger. Sam's in danger.
It was found within a sealed well at St. Augustine's.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Monroe.
Open at Midnight by Martin Oten, read by Lacia Finley. The old man hobbled
Nope, Ellis isn't home.
tripod-ended walking stick.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of Dorota.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding a cello.
You don't see any movement. Just Dorota.
Movement?
Where the street lamp had been vandalized. He paused for a moment. The young men looked up and down the street, then lengthening their strides, stepped into the road. The first time scared the shit out of me. Night after night.
It's definitely between Zak and Violet. My prime suspects here.
I'm Zak Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Feeding frenzy for the first time. It changed my life.
I need to talk about Ellis Monroe.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing?
You are so irritating.
Want to fool around?
No, I do not. I've got more important things to do, Zak.
Hurry, or the endless replays in my head, so they loaded me up with antipsychotics, smothering my brain in cotton wool, and sat me in a corner while they decided their observations.
Okay, Rain's not talking to me
Sent
anymore.
Back into the world, with a letter for my physician and a bottle of tranquilizer.
Zak, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them, though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
Zak, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just, undo a few buttons, yeah?
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zak, before I call Chief DuPont.
Without looking suspicious on the surveillance cameras. I take the train down to King's Cross, more anonymous than the tube and fewer cameras. Pulled up the hood and walk out into the rain. The Pentonville Road beckons, and I lose myself.
I just don't know. What do you think? Go to Chief DuPont and ask him to pose for me? Yeah. Okay. Nothing helpful then.
Within me, the beast. Shapeshifting. A couple walk on the other side.
Sam, do me a favor, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Game resumes. He thinks he is stalking me, but I have a great...
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Burning through my shapeshifting
I
here.
once watched it overwhelm 3 skinheads who thought I...
Claude.
Violet, there's been a UFO sighted on a night that you can't remember.
Shh! Claude, I told you never to speak about this. Wait. So you think it's real?
I need you to tell Sam what happened. It'll help.
Help what? Me? I'll think about it.
Okay, that's not where I thought it was going, but okay.
Times, but I learned pretty soon that it was futile. I've had to cut myself off from it. Kind of worthwhile lifestyle. A steady girlfriend or a wife is out of the question.
Chief DuPont, thanks for calling in.
I'm just checking you're safe.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
Have I ever let you down? What's really worrying you?
That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont? How do we stop this from happening? How do we stop me from dying?
I have no answer for you, so goodbye.
To make ends meet, then at least from home and no one misses me if I drop out of circulation for a week or two. I find myself wondering how many others there. My victims. No true innocents have been fed to the beast, though that first time was.
The chief said you'd tell me about the abduction?
I don't really want to. About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. A cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
First time?
It's happened 5 times. Even on clozapine. I get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal.
Have you seen a psychiatrist? I'm thinking a man by the name of Dr. Decker. I hear he's quite good.
As far as I know, I've gone.
I really need details about the abduction.
It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others' heads, all prisoners, being experimented on.
Experimented on?
They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness, and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts, bruises, memories.
The beast drinks in his life force as it spills out, greedily lapping it like a cat at pool of spilt milk. A great
Okay, so she's crazy.
trickle of the stream the Slayer is drawing in. The broken body crumbles in my grasp.
It says there is a limit on the shape-shifting, but I don't know what it is. It just says it's not infinite. So I'm trying not to do it as much if I don't have to. But I'm running out of options here.
With the hot blood. I toss the body away, expecting it to flutter in the air, the torn wrapper of it.
I'm turning the radio off. But I've got to. I've got no options here.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
What a day. Alice Monroe, then. Looks like our traveller likes redheads.
I wouldn't be so sure. Looks that way.
Should we be worried about Violet?
Maybe. She thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Then that possibly mean she's already been a traveler target. What else did she say?
Something about being in a row of heads?
So they're killing us for sport. Sounds about right.
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
It says you're lying about your alibi.
Did it really? Can it predict the murderer? No. Of course not. You'd have done that already.
Hello, I'm Rain.
What is it, Ray?
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us.
With our track record. If she gets killed anywhere near us, we'll be sent to jail, whether we did it or not.
That's cold.
I'm just being practical. Ellis's fate is in our hands. Ours isn't.
Hi, Rain. Did you miss me while I was gone?
Desperately.
So, Ellis Monroe.
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
Really? Well, what's Sam going to do?
I believe Sam is going to save Ellis. According to the ouija, this could play out in a lot of different ways, but mostly saving Ellis.
What other ways?
Ellis could run, Ellis could die, Ellis could be saved, mistaken identity, someone else dies. There's a lot of noise coming from the beyond, but it's not just a load of voices saying Ellis will die. Sam's got this.
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
I'm not.
Have you made a decision about the show?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I scare off your listeners? What reading?
The reading you gave me. To show me what you could do. It was scarily accurate.
What was accurate about it?
Everything. My broken heart, the enveloping darkness, my beautiful death. You said it was just a metaphor, that it was just about transformation. But it's not. I'm going to die, aren't I?
Okay.
Who is Sophia?
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a ghost?
Is she a ghost?
What makes you say that, Rain? Is there something about her aura?
That was surprisingly unhelpful. stumped.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Damn it. Damn.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
It's not really.
Why didn't you save her? Is it really? Tell me.
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
So were you helping or being kind?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
You want to make it up to me?
How?
Maybe if I knew what Dorota saw in you, it'd help.
What do you mean?
We should sleep together.
What? No. I think not. We should sleep together. Alright, I'll ask about the effing aliens.
She has a wicked imagination for her age. I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills.
Have you told anyone else about this?
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently.
Do you think you were abducted last night?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Did anyone else see you last night?
No. Not even the moon.
It's 9 o'clock.
That's
and
what
you're
was
listening
holding
to
the
Radio
chapter back.
August.
Damn it.
Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening.
That question about the aliens was holding the chapter break back. I wasted all that time.
Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Please, next chapter. Please.
Okay, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Hey, you've got a bunch of PS4 games up there. Nice.
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest.
You should probably go somewhere there are witnesses.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
You kind of are.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
Do you know Dorota Shaw?
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot. Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
History doesn't interest me.
Then I won't bore you with it. Although you're missing out on a superbly bloodthirsty tale. We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
She dating anyone?
I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Okay.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I get that a
I
lot.
was hoping it might be Zak.
John Pope. Who the fuck is John Pope?
No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up. Yes. If he ever shows up.
Ella says she gave you a free radio.
Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place.
Okay. You said you never met Ellis.
I'd remember her voice, but her face. That's very plain, isn't it? No?
Oh, it's okay, Poe, okay.
Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though. Is a suspect? I thought they broadcast the news live.
Red rum. Yeah, Shazam, I did turn the ads on. Is it really being interrupted? Is it really being intrusive? Because I can turn them off. Yeah, I don't think you'd mention it if they weren't being intrusive.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you?
You okay?
Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Alexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change? Maybe if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to.
Working on it. Did you keep an eye on Violet?
Yes. She's definitely got a monkey on her back. I saw her get changed. She's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her.
She's got a literal monkey?
What the hell happened to her, Sam?
A literal monkey?
Yes. I managed to sneak a look at her laptop. She's been Googling Ellis Monroe.
Okay.
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble.
Shouldn't you be in a padded room?
We'd do a reading. Mercury would know.
Well, I think
Don't
the obvious...
confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. The obvious play here is to go with Zak.
I'm Zak Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
And Zak did say he'd be staying at the studio for a while, so I'm not going to get caught visiting Violet.
Zak, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota's.
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put two and two together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
I saw you leave her house, and then I went in. She was naked, lying radiant on the bed. What did I find in her closet? A wedding dress Who was that for, Zak? Who was that for? I'm done covering for you. We're finished. You need to leave. Now.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner, I think.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy, but he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer.
I don't think so.
Door's behind you.
Funny hat.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe?
I'll protect her at her house.
Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
I'll do my best.
That's all I needed to hear.
I don't want to get...
Thanks for staying with me, Sam.
I don't want to get deprecated.
I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it gonna be over? You said Brahman will call when it's safe. Should we call him now? Or are we just supposed to wait?
You'll be okay.
I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably gonna have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me.
Just wait.
That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
It's Violet. Way ahead of you, V.
Alice, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bromwell Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
It's 11 o'clock.
Hello, Andres. Thanks for the donation. Your child was born yesterday and you're chilling after an all-nighter. Congratulations, sir. Very, very, very proud of you. Good luck with all that. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to.
Wait, massive police operation? It's Jenks and me. That's it. It's just Jenks and me. I guess that's every cop in August.
But she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you.
I'm the next target?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different. I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Oh, I got a smooch.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
I don't need a hint. I think we're talking Adachi. It's Adachi. He's the one who did it. No, it's Violet.
Violet? Are you sure? Fine. Okay, I trust you, Sam. I just hope you know what you're doing. I'll get the paperwork drawn up, we'll get Violet in. See if we can't get a confession to something.
Was Spoonie correct? Will the aliens come and save Violet?
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me.
Okay, you're getting a little into this.
The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Next chapter. Was I right? Was I right?
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Did I win?
Enjoy the journey, Sam. Don't think of things as ending. Something new is beginning. Violet's locked up. She's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... will you?
I'd like to, honey, but unfortunately I work for a darker power.
I thought you might say that. I'm going to miss you, Sam. We're all going to miss you. Are you sure I can't change your mind?
Actually, yes, it is the US government. Nope.
Well, if you ever do change your mind, give me a call. My number's in your phone already. You shouldn't carelessly leave it lying around so much. Bye, Sam. For now.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug. Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives. I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Sam, you're safe.
You're not going to confess to me, are you?
Thank Christ.
He is!
Sorry. I don't know where that came from.
Kiss him? No, everyone's emotional today.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of death going around. Look, however this pans out, I just wanted to say thank you. Chief DePalm was going to screw everything, but you kept it all together. The riot was stopped. But there's tens, if not hundreds, going on all the time, so we got to keep going. I don't know if Bron asked in the end, but I hope you're coming with us. I really do.
I work for the feds.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad that someone like you are around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me.
Happy to save you anytime. It's my job.
Sam, you already did. That's why I'm here talking to you. And I won't forget it. Heroes don't always get on the news, but they always burn bright in the hearts of the people they save. You have an impact, Sam. Everyone does. They just forget. Keep saving people for me, you hear? Bye, Sam.
Stop smooching on me.
Sam, you
everybody.
did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done. Sam, I don't know what you do or how you do it, but you get answers that most people can't. Can't have you work at the station for obvious reasons, but I do want to work with you. Sam, these are for you. It's a little office just next door to the laundrette in August. August, you're home now. We want you here.
Thanks, Chief.
And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be. You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No. Did I do good, Daddy?
Because you did well.
Oh, good.
And you know what happens when you do well?
I get a cookie?
Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Go, Joe. Enter secret debriefing.
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human?
Yes.
Debrief complete. Agent ready. You can go.
Excellent. I'm Agent Pie. You can now skip previously viewed scenes. Well, that's it for the Shapeshifting Detective. We found the killer. And the killer was a foxy redhead. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming and helping me out. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.